Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Blair, or welcome back if you've been here before. So today I'm doing my March TBR, but I always feel like my monthly TBR should just be like, I may read these books, but I may not. But I have every intention to read these books. So let's see what I have planned to maybe read in March. I don't know. This is just a fraud, isn't it? Saying every month, I'm going to read this, this, and this. And then you end up reading like 2 of them. Only me? Anyway, let's get into it straight away. First one is Less Than Zero by Bret Easton Ellis. I've only read American Psycho by this author, so that's why this is on here, because I did enjoy American Psycho, even though it was probably one of the most horrific books I've ever read and made me start side-eyeing people in the street. Like, are you just having thoughts like that? So, it's one of those books that I gave 5 stars, but at what cost? Trauma. Anyway, Less Than Zero, it became like a cult movie, but I haven't read the book, and I don't really know too much I don't know too much about it, apart from it's set in like LA. I think they're quite affluent people, and it's following someone's just like Christmas? I'd like to say Christmas. Yeah, it goes on at Christmas. I know that's weird to read now, but I don't feel like it's a Christmassy book. I think just all the stuff happens in Christmas. I don't know. This is the worst explanation ever. If you're new here, I don't like to research into, well, anything, but the books I'm planning on reading, because I don't want to give myself like too much away. I usually just read the first like line, so I'll do that for you. Set in affluent Los Angeles, Less Than Zero is a raw and powerful portrayal of a young generation that has experienced sex, drugs, and disaffection at too early an age. That's enough for me to know that it's probably going to be good, and I'm really interested to see what his other books are like. So, and this is a really early one. I mean, look at this cover. I like it. Blue and yellow are my favourite colours. Anyway, and this one seems really easy as well. I'll get through this quick. Did I just see someone in here is called Blair? There is! There's someone called Blair in here. Spelt the same as mine. No weird E on the end. No shade to people that have the name Blair also and they put an E on the end. It just seems odd. Seems like a pointless E. Anyway, how many times would I just say anyway and awkwardly move on? The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have read this before, obviously, and my dad read this to me when I was younger. I just want to read it again. I've been reading a lot of books that remind me of my childhood lately. I don't know, maybe I'm going through some self-healing sort of thing, but I've been having a hankering to read this again, and I've lost a lot of details, you know, along the way of my journey in life. So I'm interested to fill in the blanks of things that I can't truly remember. Get my Tolkien trivia back up. So The Hobbit, I don't think I need to say anything about what this is about or about the author, because kind of world-renowned at this point, I would say. So The Hobbit. And isn't it a lovely cover? It's like, you can't really tell, but it's gold. I got the paperback edition because I prefer paperbacks, like, for reading. It's more comfortable, doesn't make my hands or wrists hurt. Ooh, so feeble. Right. Moving on to the next one. This one is to continue a series that I adore. And I've read 2 of the books, and I've heard that it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. But I'm all about being weird. So it's Children of Dune by Frank Herbert. I'm looking forward to this. I know that some people have said that the series gets weaker and weaker, but I'm taking the risk because sometimes I love things that people hate. And because I've heard that the Dune series gets so weird, I want to be there for it. I want to read that. I'm assuming it follows the children of Paul. So I'm just going to go along with it. Let me know if you've read this and if the series is worth continuing. But I think it is. I like Dune. I like the world. Yeah. So that's my next one I have planned. Final physical book that I currently own, because the other two I don't own yet. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I forgot what a fucking beast this book is. Not me just casually reading this as a child. Like, I must have felt so smart. But yeah, I recently read the third one, and I'm going to continue reading them because I hadn't read them in so many years, and it's been really fun. I felt like my inner child just is so happy. But yeah, this is a chunk. I want to start this today. Oh God, it's getting so weak. It's getting so weak. This is like a copy from 2000. Well, my copy from when I was a child, but because it's so heavy, it just feels so slippy. I don't want it to break. Again, this is a bit like The Hobbit and Dune. I don't really need to tell you what happens in this. It's the Goblet of Fire. It's Harry Potter. So, that's my definitely guaranteed I will read this because I'm starting it today. And obviously I've read it a million times before. Oh, and disclaimer. If you haven't seen my other videos, obviously don't support turf values. Keep having to say it, keep having to say it, I keep having to say it! Okay. I've just got standard tea today. Just the standard tea doesn't quite hit the spot as much as Earl Grey. Whoa. Okay, the next one I'm so excited for. It comes out on the 14th of this month, and I've got a signed edition already pre-ordered. And it's Paris, the memoir. Paris Hilton's memoir. I am so excited. I think she's an absolute genius. She's gone through so many struggles and she just keeps living. So I am so excited. I know I don't look like I'm a big Paris Hilton fan, but I absolutely have always loved Paris Hilton. She's so unrelatable. But then when you like look into like the real Paris, she's then so relatable. She's a genius. She's an absolute business genius. I cannot wait to read this book. As soon as that comes through the post, I'll be like, bah! I'll do a video. I'm already planning to do a video for that. I'm gonna wear all pink. Everything's gonna be crazy for that one. And I might even get my dog in on it because he's half a Chihuahua. Not literally half a Chihuahua. He's a Chihuahua mix. So that one I'm really excited for. I love a memoir as well. I love a memoir. I've recently decided to stop rating memoirs. Just doesn't sit right, does it? Because I have done that recently, rated one, and I rated it quite low. And then I just felt bad because that's like someone's life. And I felt like I was rating their life and experiences, but I wasn't. But you kind of are. So I've stopped rating them. So I won't be giving that like a review. And it would be completely biased. Because I just love Paris Hilton. That's hot. Anyway, final book coming up. Final book coming up. And the final countdown. That was totally not even in any sort of tune it should have been in. Whatever. Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. I had to look at it. I nearly said Julie Armwood. Julia Armfield. It's a debut that I'm really excited to read. My friend Jess recently read this and loved it. It's been on my radar for a long, long time. It's like a horror romance. I think someone's... Well, This is me going off things I've heard. Again, am I really going to do my research? Absolutely not. A wife comes back from like something, like a submarine journey or something. I schematics. And she's different. Like something's up with her, and her partner has to try and make sense of that, and it goes from there, but in like a horror tone. Like someone coming back from sea and being a bit weird. I don't know if that's any sorts of correct, but I'm very excited to read this, and I've only heard good things. I've not heard one negative thing, so absolutely I will be reading this. I just need to get a copy or borrow a copy. So, Jess, do you have a physical copy? Give it to me. I need to read it. But let me know if any of these books are on, if you've read them before, if they're on your TBR, what do you think of them? And that is my March TBR. I know it's quite little, but again, like I said, I feel like we're always lying to you. Because who is actually reading the monthly TBRs? Like, who's reading them all? Because I never see them in the monthly wrap-ups. I got your number. I don't know what I'm doing here, what this is. But anyway, these are my hopefuls. Let's call them March hopefuls. But some I'm obviously going to be reading because Paris Hilton memoir. I'm going to start the Harry Potter book today. But as far as the others go, I'm kind of like a mood reader. So we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching. God, I cut that off very quickly, didn't I? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. That would be so just great. It would be so great. Yeah, I'm going to now chill out. I was thinking about watching Vanderpump Rules because there's been some serious drama. I have not watched that for years, but then Twitter was popping off and I was like, oh, it's given me a hankering for some really trashy TV. And I don't really watch TV, so we'll see. I should be reading the book. Anyway, have a nice morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Oh, I've got hair in my eye. Don't have a hair in your eye. That's so horrible, isn't it? Yeah.